Ladies and gentlemen, Matthieu Haverlan, the boss of Ulysse Nardin. Take it away, brother.
How are you?
I'm very well.
Very pleased to have you here in Geneva.
So talk to me about this new version of the Freak with this really interesting surface on the hour disc.
Yes, indeed. So I think you're familiar with the Freak X.
I am,
It's
yes.
a collection that we launched in 2019 that makes quite some noise at that time, because it was the first Freak with a crown. We wanted to make it, more accessible and a little bit more also practical, for a wider audience. So it's been very successful, since 2019. And we wanted to challenge ourselves on a new form of métier d'art. So I like to say that UN is maybe the oldest watchmaking startup, and that we've been on a mission of advancing the watchmaking industry through pioneering technology and also unmatched craftsmanship. So we really wanted to change ourselves with something different. We did launch last year a dial made in Crystalium for a limited edition of 10 pieces, a Freak S for watches of Switzerland with a purple dial. And we wanted to redo it again this year with that goldish Crystalium for the Freak S. The thing is, what we did not realize is that it's a process that is very difficult to scale. We wanted to make 100 of them at the beginning, but ultimately we're going to make only 50. Wow. So what's Crystalium? Crystalium is, at its core, it's ruthenium, right? So it's the same metal family as a platinum. The only thing is that it's 10 times rarer. And obviously it's more, expensive. And we have basically a quite long process of more than a week to grow chemically, the ruthenium, so that you have the feeling that it's like a snow setting, but in the end, it's really a piece of ruthenium. And then what we do is that we apply a rose gold PVD, and then lastly, on around the dial, which is actually the plate of the movement, we apply also a nice shade by hand of transparent black, so that you have that nice fumé ombré dial at the end. And I think the contrast of the black and the Crystalium rose gold is absolutely stunning.
That's really cool. Yeah. Well, it's nice also because you've been doing a nice series of Freak X's with métier d'art. But it's cool also since in 2001 you were the innovator in the introduction of new materials to this industry with the pioneering silicone dual direct escapement that you're now also using like advanced technology to create really stunning looking things. It's actually really funny because we were at a different brand and they were showing us experiments on this and they're like, this is so cool, maybe we can do something in the future, but you've already launched this. So
yes.
Bravo in being ahead of the crowd.
I think that's the role of UN.
Yes.
Right?
You're absolutely right. I remember I had this conversation with Wolf Schneider back in the day, and I was asking him, why did you decide to do a watch with a silicone escapement? Actually, it's funny because Breguet's natural escapement is now very sexy, but this was done in 2001. That is exactly what that was. It was just a silicone version of it because the escape wheels take double the weight, and have double the inertia. So I think your status as always being leapfrogging everyone and going directly into the future is incredibly important. It's nice that you're expressing that continuously.
That's a raison d'être of UN.
Totally, 100%. Congratulations, man. Bravo, well done.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Cool.